When I have an incredibly difficult case, a case that sometimes I'm concerned about the outcome or wonder how it will turn out, I can only refer it to one dentist. I can only refer it to Peter because I know that we will ultimately get the best final result that's really possible.
What I found with working with Dr. Nordland, it's been over 10 years now, is a gentleman that not only likes his profession, but he loves his profession. He's passionate about it, he's precision driven, and I think for him it's almost like a hobby that he can make a decent living out of versus, just having to go to work every day. And I have a philosophy that the more you enjoy something, the better you're going to be at it. And he enjoys what he does, which means he's very good at it.
Well, Dr. Nordland is absolutely dedicated to what he does, and that's one of the really wonderful things about working with him, because our team tends to be pretty obsessive compulsive about our dentistry. So to have a multidisciplinary team member like Peter Nordland, who also feels that passion for excellence, is just a dream come true.
Dr. Nordland is a real perfectionist when it comes to his work. He does not compromise. Everything is exactly as I would want it. He's truly exceptional.
In periodontics and in a lot of aspects of medicine or dentistry is, there's the technical expertise. I mean, you have to be good at what you do to provide that service. Then there's the artistic side, which I think separates mediocrity from excellence. And, it's almost like being a portrait painter and a house painter. Both of them do what they do very well, and they do their job, but there's a huge difference with someone that has that artistic precision and expertise, and that's where Dr. Nordland is. I mean, he's an artist, not just a periodontist.
It's great working with Dr. Nordland because he really is at a world-class level, and that's what we need for the patients that we're working with.
Dr. Nordland, as far as his level's expertise, it's here. And it doesn't go much higher. I mean, we're at the ceiling, which again is very cool for a practitioner in San Diego, because if I want to refer to the best, I don't have to tell them they've got to drive to LA or fly to New York or visit someone in Chicago. I mean, it's here in San Diego, and it's unfortunate, I think, that not every person in San Diego knows that they have the very best periodontist, certainly one of the best in the world, but the best in the States, right here in San Diego. For me, I benefit again because 10 miles away, I've got the man. And I've got someone that is teaching those other periodontists how to at least come close to what he's mastered. So our patients benefit, and certainly I benefit, and every other dentist that works with Dr. Nordland as well.
When it comes to expertise, when it comes to talent, there are very few dentists, I think, in the world that really compare with Dr. Nordland. His education, his background, his artistic talent and skill, I think, is unrivaled. I can refer anywhere in the country at times, but I know right at home here in San Diego, I have one of the finest available.
When you're in the level that Dr. Nordland is, it's almost difficult to become educated, because you're up here and you're teaching the others how to do what you do, and a lot of his expertise comes from having a periodontal practice. He sees patients and he gets to treat patients. So he is basically developing techniques, instrumentations. There's instruments named after him that he's developed. He's developed these techniques based on what will work best for his patients. And being an educator, he also has the opportunity to see what's not working for clinicians all around the world, other periodontists. And so he can take that back to his practice, and he can provide, I think, the very best service for his patient. And he, again, as a practicing dentist, he has a huge advantage over a lot of researchers or periodontists that are strictly in academia, where they're doing the research under the microscopes, and yes, they're lecturing in front of the classrooms to the senior dental students, but they don't have the opportunity to really sit down, meet their patients' needs, truly treat their patients like a guest versus just someone that came into a clinic. And that's what separates him, I think, from most any other educator in his field.
I think one of the interesting things about Dr. Nordland is that he's really on the cutting edge of cosmetic and reconstructive surgery. he not only teaches all over the world, but he really has developed techniques, instrumentation that are in the end of incredible benefit to the patient, and of course ultimately to me, since my product has to go on top of that.
An aspect that I think I probably have some personal insight to about Peter Nordland that I'm sure most of his patients have no idea is that he donates his time to be on the faculty of our nonprofit teaching and research center in Newport Beach called the Newport Coast Orofacial Institute. We have periodontists and oral surgeons and other people that deal with tissue fly in from around the world just to learn his techniques. And what's so exciting is we read the letters that come in afterwards, and there'll be 2, 3, 4-page letters with these really very excellently trained people that are saying that they have had a life-changing experience from having him dedicate and give so generously and unselfishly of his time and talents.
When it comes to a surgical procedure, there are several things that I find incredibly important. One is the way the surgeon relates to the patient, the way he connects so that the experience is a quality experience, not just in the end product, but in the interaction and the sense of caring. I think that's one of the things that Dr. Nordland brings to the table that in many surgical situations is not present.
You know, when I refer patients to Dr. Nordland, I get raving reviews, and that's important to me because in my practice, we pride ourselves on customer service. And I've referred to other specialists, not periodontists, but other specialists where the patient comes back and they know they had the right treatment done, but the environment wasn't there, whether it be customer service, whether it be the way the staff made them feel, whether it be the cleanliness of the facility. And I hear negative things all the time. I've never heard anything negative about Dr. Nordland's office or his team. I mean, they're professional, they're courteous, and I feel very comfortable about referring my patients to him.
Whether a patient is getting the work done for the first time or whether this is a patient that's had repeated disappointments, with Peter Nordland I tell him, this is the guy that's going to be able to do it for you. This is who you need to see.